I said to you on over text recently that Haaland's goals reminded me of in Power Rangers, which I used to watch when I was a child. They all had like these like weird little robot things, and all the Power Rangers would combine their individual robots if they had a particularly, big bad guy or something. I don't really remember the ins and outs, but they would combine all their robots into a big robot.
A Megazord.
Megazord. And Transformers did the same thing, maybe back in the day as well. But Megazord, Power Rangers. And it seemed to me that Haaland was the Megazord for Manchester City. It was like all of these guys can do amazing things individually, but what Pep has said is, I don't care what you can all do individually. Form the Megazord with Haaland as the head and let him do it. I want us to work through him. So then I said, let me test out this Megazord theory. First of all, I googled what Megazord was called. And then I went and looked and see if I can do this without revealing the... So last season...
Okay, I'm not going to look at the screen.
Manchester City, they played 9 games so far this season. In their first 9 games of this season, they've... Last season, they scored 26 goals. Right? This season, the first 9 games, they scored 26 goals.
Okay.
They've scored the exact same amount of goals.
So they haven't necessarily improved.
Well, that's what I'm...
Necessarily, right?
So Haaland has scored 13 of those goals. So what Pep has done is he's taken all these Power Rangers, like David Silva and Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. David Silva.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Cancelo. And he's combined them into the Megazord of Erling Haaland. And it's like, I don't want to have to rely on each of you every week. I just want you all to do it through him. But it's interesting because I'm like, they're not... It sounds it's like kind of like a paradox. He seems to be scoring lots of goals. He is scoring lots of goals. But the team is not scoring any more goals than they were scoring before.
People have had to sacrifice for him to score.
Yeah.
Except for Phil Foden, who refused to pass the ball.
Except for Phil Foden, who said, not me.
I'm not Kyle Walker that one time.
So it's interesting because then if he keeps up this proportion, people were talking about if he keeps up this rate of scoring, he's going to score 100 goals this season, which he's obviously not going to score 100 goals, right? But
he's not Messi.
If he keeps up this proportion, he should score about 50 goals. So
what does that mean?
What does that mean? What does any of it mean? So then I was thinking, if he hasn't made the team score any more goals, then why is he there? And it's because Pep is saying most weeks you don't need a Megazord, but in a Champions League semi-final,
you do, against
the Real Madrid or against the Bayern Munich. I don't want the 6 Power Rangers running around doing their own thing. I want a Megazord. And I want my Megazord to be trained well and to be sharp. Because that's what they've been missing. They've always had the Power Rangers. They needed a Megazord.
Oh my God.
Now, no one's doing this kind of analysis.
Listen, there could be a Project 22. Haaland as a Megazord. We just give all the artist ideas.
That's right.
There you go. They haven't done them already.
So there you go.
Maybe they should let you make a card, Jason.
Maybe they should let me... I don't know what they should let me do. Retire.
Yeah, no, this is... I don't know if it's compelling content.
They should give me another week off. But yeah, Haaland Megazord theory.
Okay.
Coming to a YouTube snippet near you soon.
Oh my God. Football Twitter are waiting for it.
Yeah. About to get destroyed by the Power Ranger fan base.
Actually, Jason.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not strictly what the Megazord was about. But that's the show.